Don't be afraid. It's just a black man. Okay. I'm sorry, I had to make that joke. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hopefully you're having a great day. Today, we're gonna be talking about something very serious. Okay, so I came across this video. There's this YouTuber called Larray. So the video is basically about him responding to the hate that he gets. Oh, your hair is fake, or you're wearing a wig, or you're getting perms, or whatever the fuck. Which shouldn't matter because he's his own person, like who cares? Basically, his whole life has been insecure about his hair, which I completely understand being black myself. Our type of hair isn't the cultural standard, so you know, I understand where the insecurities come from. Every commercial, every TV show, every movie doesn't represent me. So you know, it was very hard to figure out, you know, who I was supposed to be. You know, high school, middle school time, very hard times. So yeah, basically in this video, he's talking about, you know, him being black and how he had insecurities and his hair and people hating on him. All of the normal things that we've all experienced, I'm pretty sure at one point in time.
Because I know there's millions, and yes, millions of people who watch my videos who have 4C hair or struggle with the same thing that I struggle with, and probably saw those sweet story TikToks and felt like shit. Insecurities is something we all deal with, even if you pretend to be the most secure person in the world, or even if you don't talk about it, we all fall short somewhere.
Obviously, I know this topic has been talked about a lot, but I do feel strong about this topic, obviously, because, you know, should I say it? If I'm honest, you know, life has not always been this. When I look back at my childhood, like the very beginning, it was tough, man. You know, I went through a lot. I came far, you know. Looking back a little time, he'd be very proud. So let's talk about number one, the issues. Poverty. I'm here now. I live in Miami. As they would say, I came from humble beginnings. Now, if you're watching this and you're my skin complexion, you know, there's a pretty good chance that you didn't come off with the best living circumstances. And that, you know, it's a sad reality, but it is reality. You know, at first I didn't understand it. Like, it made me mad. Like, why don't we have this? Why can't we have this like them? And, you know, it took a long time for me to realize that, you know, our history, you know, really plays a big important role in how we live our lives today. You know, that caused me to have to get a job pretty young. You know, my first job was at 16 years old. It was Sonic. I remember it. I still fucking hate it. Imagine having to be outside like 10 hours a day in scorching hot weather. Like, it was 90 plus degrees every day in the summer. Working for minimum wage. I think I was getting paid like $7 an hour. No. I was getting paid $2 an hour because they did it for tips or something. So legally, they can get away with paying me $2.10, I think it was. And I was in Mississippi, FYI. For you guys that's new here or been living on a rock, or I don't even blame you. Nobody really knows where Mississippi's at. Everybody that asks me, Ty, where are you from? And I say Mississippi, they always go, where's that? Or, oh, okay. It's right here, you know, this little spot. You know, I know you don't really think about it a lot, but it is there. I come from there. I think the minimum wage was still like $7 an hour, which is insane. Like, bro, think about getting paid. If you're over the age of, well, no, I moved out pretty young. If you're out on your own, you're living on your own, paying your own bills, think about trying to pay your bills on $7 an hour, $7.25. Exactly. I'm a guy that likes to have his own things. I never like to ask my parents for things, even though they, you know, most of the time could provide. You know, I don't want to make this video seem like, you know, I came from like struggle, like, okay, I did kind of struggle, but I don't want to make it seem like it was terrible at all times, because it wasn't. You know, my parents did a very good job of getting me, you know, here. Like, look where I'm at. Like, I didn't die or anything, so they succeeded. But my white counterparts in other schools, you know, they had new cars, Porsches, fucking Audis, you name it, bro. And I was just like, they're 16. Like, how do they have that? And I didn't understand it at first. Like, I thought this was normal. Like, oh yeah, we all don't have anything. Like, this is cool. Like, this is the norm, right? I see other schools, they get new cars and do this for Christmas and all type of new stuff. And I'm just like, oh, that's reality. Let me go get me a job. It was just tough, bro. Like, the reason I push myself so hard now is because, like, I hated seeing everybody else do the things that I've always wanted, but it's just, I couldn't afford. Like, I still hate it. Like, that's why I still push myself to this day. Like, I refuse to just give up and just stay quote unquote broke. Like, I just refuse to do that. College, should I even say college? Because, God, look, I don't know. A lot of people go to college. Look, my parents are paying for it, and I'm not about to go into hella debt just to maybe get a degree that potentially might not even make me money. I'm good on that. You know, most of my family, they went to college, and it doesn't seem like that college degree just got us going crazy. So, like, to me, it's like, I've always been told, learn from what you see, and I see that you guys all went to college and it didn't get the things that I want, so I'm not going to college myself. If you're watching this, more than likely you have gotten the "you're not black enough" or "you act white" or blah 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 blah, whatever people want to say. I'm pretty sure you've gotten that because I've gotten it countless times. I understand why I get it, but now I realize, well, actually I don't know. I don't know what I'm about to say. I think we all know, but I don't want to say it. It sounds bad. Part I really hate about it is the preconceived notions about you. Every time, someone asks me what I'm listening to, they always say rap or hip hop or Drake or this artist, and it's kind of just like, why do you just have to assume that that's what I have to listen to? I understand, like, this does not define every ideology, every belief, everything that I do. Like, I have my own thoughts. I'm my own person. I wear rings, I got the bracelet, I got earrings. Like, when I first got earrings, and this is no diss to my parents, I love my parents because, they do watch my videos, but, when I first got my earrings, my dad thought I was gay. I was like, no, it's just a style. Like, I'm keeping up with the trends, you know what I'm saying? In the black community, you're not even able to just be yourself. Like, you have to fit in this mold, this black caricature. I cannot say that word. Caricature? You know what I'm trying to say. It's from the music to the way you speak. Like, people always say, "Ty, you talk white." No, I just speak the English language. I'm sorry that, I speak it in a coherent way. I'm sorry that I do that. I didn't mean to bother you with my talking. And let's talk about the elephant in the room. The fact that your own community does not respect you. When you are this type of black guy, your own community, they just disregard you. Honestly, I don't even feel like I'm part of the black community because every time I've tried to fit in or try to get in, I've always been made fun of, from friendships to relationships. Every girl I've tried to talk to called me lame, a loser, a nerd, whatever. Guys, same thing. You're lame, bro, blah, blah, blah. Stop reading books. Why you talk like that? Oh, you trying to sound smart? Who do you think you are? Like, all the nonsense. I've gotten it all. And, I realized that me just being me don't even allow me to be in my own community. I don't want to say that because I do know that the black community, we're not a monolith. There's people like me, you, we're all different. When you are like this, when you are the minority of a minority, you just become nothing. Like, at one point when I was growing up, so I guess let's just talk about this. The transition from like childhood to adulthood was so, not even that. Let's go before that. The transition from adolescence to teenage was fucking rough. I had no clue how to like be me. So I went to a majority black high school, and as you guys can see me today, you figure that out. It was not easy, and I wasn't like this back in high school, so I was a very different individual. I tried my hardest to fit in. Like, I would listen to rap, and there's nothing wrong with listening to rap. Like, I still do it to this day sometimes, Like, this is a fucking pop. Come on. I can admit there are some good songs. I'm not one of those guys, oh no, you can only listen to Mozart and good old classical music. I'm not one of those guys, but I do have to admit, growing up, I remember getting bullied so profusely that I used to, like, bro, it was so bad. I used to not even want to go to school. I don't think you guys understood, like, how bad it actually was. Like, I honestly think it mentally fucked me every single day without fail. They just get the roasting, you gotta get cooked. And I probably went bald at least 4 or 5 times in high school. My hair grew, as they would call nappy, meaning it looked bad, I guess, But I would grow it out, and it would always grow the same into the same length and just look bad, and people would just make fun of it. So I would always just cut it off, like every 3 or 4 months. It was tough, bro. And then I would get on Instagram or YouTube or watch a movie and see everything that's not me. And it's been called beautiful. They're getting called confident. And then you're just there portrayed as a rapper. Like, not all of us want to gangbang. I'm a normal guy. I have a 9 to 5. I signed my W-2s. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I wasn't very close with my family. Matter of fact, I haven't seen my family in the past 3 years. Ever since moving here, I really haven't had the means to go back home. I have seen a picture recently of my brother, and fuck, he's old. He's older. Like, looking back, every memory is just me in my room with my headphones on, in the dark, by myself. And I think that's just a cultural thing. I'm not saying, like, you guys are socially distant. Like, no, you talk to them, but it's not like how you see in the movies how other families of other races are betrayed. You know, they come in, have their bonding time, you know, nighttime, bedtime stories. Like, I just feel like there's no family closeness in the black community. My favorite shows growing up were always family shows. Full House, The Cosby Show, Good Luck Charlie, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I love these shows because they always showed, like, family and bonding and, like, deep moments. Like, this scene here in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is my favorite. Bro, I think I literally cried to the scene one time.
Right? I learned how to drive. I learned how to shave. I learned how to fight without him. I had 14 great birthdays without him. He never even sent me a damn card. The hell with him!
That type of stuff I love. But it just seems like in our community, that's not real. Like, that scene there, that deep, emotional, that raw feeling, you get called a bitch in our community. Like, what are you talking, bro? What? Depression? Get up. We don't even have the ability to convey those type of emotions. As I said, when I first got my earrings, my parents thought I was gay, which I kind of get it. It's earrings or dangle, like, okay. But yo, when Chad gets earrings, everybody say, yo, Chad's a fucking guy, man. Yo, you look cool. Like, yo, holla at you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's that type of energy. But over here, it's like, are you good? You need therapy? Did I say therapy? I forgot. We don't get there. How has all of this, I don't know what to call it, how has it affected me personally? As I mentioned, I grew up very insecure about myself, you know, with my hair, my skin, my nose, my lips, everything about me. Every piece of tie I despised. And honestly, it made me hate our culture. And I hate that I even had to say that because, you know, growing up, I realized that, as I said before, that, you know, the black community is not a monolith. We are individuals, you know, we are different people within our community. But, you know, as a kid, you don't think like that. You're just thinking, oh, everybody around me is doing this, I'm not that. On TV, I'm more like that, so why am I, you know, that type of thing's happening. It was a very hard thing to comprehend. And I really I hated everything about me. I always had the thinking that whatever you guys are doing, it makes me look bad because I'm just trying to be a good, normal Samaritan out here paying my taxes, you know what I'm saying? And you're out here robbing the streets. But buddy, we're just saying, like, you can't be doing this. And can you even blame me as a kid? As a kid, I literally felt like I was not good enough for anybody because my own community didn't like me. I'm not any other race, so I can't fit in. As a 16-year-old kid, I had no identity. So the blatant, and this is a word I can't say because YouTube's gonna demonetize and shadow ban the video, so we're gonna just put it here. The blatant in Mississippi, looking back, was fucking insane. So while I was there, I didn't really notice it, thankfully, because I probably would have, you know what I'm saying, got out of here, you know, in Minecraft. I don't know how people still live there. Looking back, bro, people treated me, I literally got called boy one time. Like, hey boy, like, I remember, like, I don't know where I was at mentally, but looking back, that shit's crazy. There would be white girls that would come up to me and Jerry and tell us that, you know, in their race, in their community, back, you know, in Mississippi, they weren't supposed to talk to us because of embarrassment. Like, it was embarrassing to be seen around black people or to talk to them or, God forbid, be in a relationship. Like, that was the most taboo thing there. One girl I remember back in, I think this was middle school. Hopefully it was in high school, because in middle school, that's even worse. There was this girl, and her dad found out that she was talking to a black guy. And instead of just being a normal father and saying, oh, how is he? Is he a normal, good, you know, Samaritan guy? No, he whooped her ass to the point where she had to go to the hospital, I think. Like, she was beat. Low-key, we need to call the authorities. And her brother was no better. Like, he used to say the N-word with the ER. Like I said, I went to an all-black high school, so he had some balls to say that. Like, I give him that. Like, shout out to, I'm not gonna say his name. Well, actually, it's pretty, should I say his name? Nah, I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not gonna give you that benefit. So you can imagine that, you know, me growing up and not fitting in my community, the other community not being able to even talk to me because it's embarrassing in their family, you know, like, bro, it's 20, well, at the time, 2020, like, what are you talking about? Like, is it the 1930s, bro? Like, what? Embarrassing to the family. Fast forward, I moved to Miami. My God, bro, I came from nothing. I realized I came from nowhere. Moving here made me realize that, man, there is so much more to life and things than just high school and whatever I'm going through. And, you know, there's so much more to life that I need to go get. Like, I came here with literally nothing. I lost everything. I moved here when I was 20. Pretty much 20 years of my life was wasted. I can't even lie. Like, I hate to say that. It sounds so fucked up to say out loud. But my 20 years of my life was wasted, because I moved to Miami and pretty much everything that I've done up to that point didn't matter. I lost everything. I lost my car. I didn't have an apartment. You know, I had credit, thank God. But, you know, other than that, I didn't really have anything to my name of value, really. Like, it was just me and Jerry, and, you know, that's pretty much it. We didn't have any land. We didn't have any housing. We didn't have anything. It was just me and Jerry and our name, my last name. And, you know, the past 3 years have taught me a lot about just me and life in general. And, you know, thankfully I've gotten to a point where I don't hate myself anymore. Like, now I believe, and I can fully say this with utmost confidence, that I am beautiful, I am intelligent, I'm confident, I'm proud, and I'm okay to be black. You know, that's not a curse to be black. When I was a kid, I thought it was a curse. You know, I thought, fuck, if you turn out black, good luck in life, because you're gonna come out in poverty with no money, probably no father, which is the sad truth. It is what it is. It's not the skin color within itself. It's really that we just need to improve the community overall and just change our habits and, you know, just want better for ourselves, because nobody's gonna help us. I can tell you that right now. Everybody in this world is out in it for themselves. I can say that. I've been in Miami for 3 years. I know I see people are selfish. I'm a little selfish. I gotta admit, I'm only human, only a man. So we gotta help ourselves. And I realized that, you know, being black is not the curse itself. You know, I'm happy. I love myself, as I said. You know, I'm here now. Like, you know, people bullied me my whole life. And bullying got me to be who I am now. Like, hey, I guess, no, I'm not going to say that. Bullying is not good. I'm not going to say that. I'm not fucking Myron. Love yourself. If you are going through, like, that transitional phase where you don't know who to be or you're not fitting in with your community, let me say this right now. First off, I'm here, you know, and there's tons of other people that's just like me, just like you in the community that you can be with and you can relate with. You know, the black community, as I said, is not a monolith. We are all different individuals. We all have different beliefs and different values. So, you know, you can find your own community, but if all else fails, you know, I would say focus on yourself, focus on the things that you really enjoy, and just be confident. Be you. Value yourself so much to the point where people just can't help but see your confidence. Like, people, I don't even really talk much. Like, I'm a natural introvert, but people come to me and say, Ty, you're my favorite, like one of my favorite people to talk to, and you don't really talk that much. And that's just because I'm so, like, my confidence just resonates in the room. I just walk in and people just know, like, he knows who he is. He's about himself, and I do. I know exactly who I am, and I'm happy, and I'm confident within that. But yeah, let me go. Love you. Bye. Peace.